Good afternoon, folks. It's very echoey in here. I may have to speak extra slow. It's Monday, the 8th of August, a 4 p.m. movement snack. Have you found somewhere cool? Because it's very hot. It's very hot. Well, it's very hot where I am here in London, and I think it's very hot everywhere else too. Miss P, is it hot where you are? It seems to be getting hotter. Is it me or is it getting hotter? That said, it's very cool in here. Cool and echoey. So do give us a weather report. Can't wait to get my shoes and socks off today, don't mind telling you. Oh, if my feet are cool, all of me is cool. That's kind of how it goes. What's going on? Margaret, out on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being I'm very hot, 1 being freezing. Where are you on a 1 to 5? I'm 4.5. I am really close to 5, it has to be said. Cool indoors, Miss P, and this. I considered you doing some wafting in our sway, but I thought you'd probably be doing enough of that all day on your own without me adding to your wafting. I'm not going to add to your wafting today. I've taken inspiration. From nature. No, we're gonna do some petals. We're gonna do some petal shapes today to find our inner coolness. We're going to be cool with our own elements of wafting and sway. CK's a 5. She's really hot. She's 5 on the hot scale. Warm and sunny in Chesterfield. But are you a 5, Margaret? Are you a 5 or you are less than a 5? Doris, what are you? What are you over there? Over there, down there. In Lavant, not Havant, Lavant. Lavant. Bolton, scale of 1 to 5, 5 being I am so hot, 1 being I'm freezing. You don't have to play along, but it gets us through the preamble, doesn't it? It gets us in the zone, gets us in the mood. It's very cool in here, but very echoey. How echoey am I to you? I'm aware that I perhaps need to speak a little bit slower because of the echo. Miss P is a 5, outside she's 5, indoors she's a 2/3, and Doris is a 3.5. Trust you to go halves, Doris. We don't do half sizes, I'm sorry. We only do a wide fit, we don't do half sizes, so you're either a 3 or a 4, I'm sorry. Oh, you just reminded me, I did buy a pair of shoes once. Now, Michelle, she won't be in on this, but I have plenty of people that will vouch for the fact that I bought a pair of shoes in the sale. One shoe was a 5 and one was a 6, which is perfect for me because my left foot is bigger than my right. Chris, you might remember that actually, and I think one of them was also a different colour because it had been in the window for ages. Hence they were in sale. Chris, do you remember that? I'm sure it was in my Wales days that happened. That's Wales. Julie with the G's in, and Maddie's here. What are you saying, Maddie? Everybody really hot. Everyone's really hot. Did the garden earlier and won't be going out for what now? Come into the coolness, Maddie. I take it my echo. I take it. Chris, you do remember it was hilarious, but it was. Do you know? It was the best fitting pair of shoes I've ever purchased, and I think there should be more of that. I think we should be able to buy odd sizes for left and right feet. What do you think about that? I think if I wrote my personal manifesto, odd shoe sizes might be in it. No half sizes though, Doris, sorry. But you can't please everyone all the time, can you? But there's a minute to go on this preamble. Sometimes the randomness amazes even me. Don't do a chaos. No, am I frozen? Margaret, I can't freeze. It's too hot to freeze. Red Rita's in. It's 4 o'clock. It's a 5, 6, 7, 8. Have I froze? Someone tell me I haven't frozen, or is it just Margaret in Chesterfield? Give me a sign. Chris, Doris, Odile. Am I still moving? Am I still moving, or am I frozen? Come on. give me a sign. Right, let's get going. Circ boost, couple of minutes of sway. It's Monday sway, and I'm on the sway again. I'm on this one again tomorrow with the noon, and I think Kels picks it up round about Wednesday. Okay, I think we're good. We're not frozen. Right, come on then. Here we go. Let's do it. Do it. All messages still coming in. Bolton is definitely a 5, but but Bolton's feeling shady now as well. Right, come on. Here we go. Here's the char. External support today. I've got a fixed firm table. I've just realised I've cut my own head off a bit, so can I nudge that back without? There we go. Nothing too drastic. Okay, get ready for a circ boost. It's warm. It's really hot. Just thought I'd tell you that. This circ boost isn't to make us feel hot and sweaty. It's just to give a flurry of boost of blood flow to the moving and supporting parts. So if nothing else, just stand taller, feel more active. Do you want the support to the side or to the front of you? Take a breath and just start to shift the weight from one foot to the other. If you're opting for a standing sway and movement snack today, we need ankles, feet and toes to be ready. So even if you don't want a full-on steady march on the spot, extra bit of movage, bringing the heels up, just go for a steady walk on the spot. Remember, the slower you go, the greater the balance challenge. So you might want to take up more support, use a wall, use a table, what's right for you. Bit of flurry there. If you've been inactive, if you've been sat for a while or in the same position for a while, just a bit of flurry of movement. Park up the legs if you don't want to bring them both together. Single arm, double arm, or switch between the support as is right for you. So if you know that bit of fingertip touch with the outside world, it's going to help and improve feelings of balance, use it. We don't want to feel our balance is challenged during the circ boost. Or you might want to go for a cooling yomp around the room that you might be in. Every now and then if you want to pitch up, just crowbar in your own mobility and fidgets. Carry on stand-uppers. Here's your seated prompts. From the chair doing the work to you doing the work. High up on sit bones, fingertips to chair. Have a lift down, shift forwards, forwards, forwards. Bring the feet back and down a little bit. Steady through shoulders. Left and right, bringing it together. Any amount of fidget, anything you feel like crowbarring in, of course do it. Hopefully you've got plenty of moves in your movement repertoire now, just to kind of do what you feel. Crowbar in some extra things. Here's your seated options. Extra toe hinges on the go for the low lift if you'd like. I'm afraid my feet are a bit camouflaged to the carpet today. And then a flurry in all together, or maybe some diagonals. Right, that's it. Even when we're feeling hot and now the heat can make us feel a bit lethargic. So just a little sprinkling of movement, maybe a bit of a cooling waft as well, if that helps. Have some water to hand, I've got mine just over there. Ready for a bit of sway. Do you want to sit or do you want to stand? On the subject of a slurp, I am going to have a quick slurp, folks, from a big water bottle. Okay. All right, day one of the sway. Inspired by nature today. So keep the support if you want it. We go single hand or double hand or sit down, you choose. Purely arm moves today, and then I'm going to progress throughout the week. Here we go. We're going to start with imagine a flower. Imagine a flower. Imagine the centerpiece and the petals coming off of it. I think more, when I imagine the perfect flower for me, it's a gerbera, just to say. So let's bring the hands up together like so. And we're going to create the center circle of the flower. And just take some repetitions, creating the center. So just a circular movement. Palms up, palm down action here. So we've got wrists. Shoulders are fairly still, but we're keeping the hands close together. There's the centerpiece. Take a pause. Pause back here. So just like a fingertips open, hand relaxed, palm relaxed. Then with the top hand, palm up, we're going to take the first petal out
and down. And then a diagonal to that petal, down and back. And then up, diagonal and down. So currently now we've created 4 petals. Agreed? Take a pause, have a switch off, the same in sit. Let's go do that again. So we're creating the centerpiece. Palms up, fingertips open, just elbows out to the side of the trunk and just drawing a smooth circle, curving the hands, so shoulders, elbows, wrists in the mix here. You might want to keep the breath steady with that. Cup the hands here to take a pause, and then we're going to create. It can be as small or as big as you like, and as that petal ends, it causes that petal to then build to the other diagonal. One stops, one carries on. So we've created 4. For 5 and 6 petals, we're going to take them both together out to the sides and in. Can you see creating a little bit of curvage with the hand? It kind of goes out and back in again. Of course, then we need extra petals. So we're going to go diagonals together, creating 2 more, and then diagonals together, creating 2 more, and then just finishing off back through the centre. End of sequence. Take a pause, have a switch off if you'd like. We're going to go around one more time. Of course, if you want to put your petals in different order or direction, do so. It's the smoothness of the range of motion that we're after, and the coordination of as one move ends, the next one continues, and we're trying to make it fluid. Let's do one more through into stretches. So, cup in the hands here, light hand open, create 2 or 3 circles to create the centre of your floral piece. Flower. And then we're going to go for the first diagonal. That one ends, that one carries on. Second diagonal, same hand into that diagonal, picks up on that one. Out to the side, we're going to take 2 together. We're kind of creating these kind of petal shapes, diagonals with that extra bit of trunk, diagonals out, wider at the top, narrower in the middle, and then just finish off with some circular centerpieces, end of sequence. Okay, that's it. That's a Gerbera part 1. Let's just put in a few slow, big old shoulders here to get ready for your chest stretchy out position. We've already done quite a bit of shoulder and trunk in the supporting part. Let's just get it moving a bit now, shoulder blades on the go, and then when you're ready, maybe pause up the hands there to your pockets, opening the chest, extra squeeze and release. I'm going to come a bit closer now, remain in sit or stand, whichever's the preference for you. It might just be that you squeeze open and then close again. Squeeze open and close again. So we're actually moving and mobilising the spine and all your ribbage in the mix there, helping with balance, breathing and arm movements, of course. So that's your chest stretchier position. Have a check that the shoulders are down, a little bit of activity through your centre parts. You could be in sit or stand, and have a check-in, slow, these are really slow as you go. We want slow, so nothing is forced, nothing is pushed into place. Just check in with your range of motion today, hands to back of shoulder, just to see where that is for you. It might be to here or here, boom boom, can't do 3. Might be to the back, might be base of neck, might be a bit lower. Are you aware? What is your comfortable range to get your fingertips to the back of your head? Having prepared, having taken the shoulders through that range, now let's go for a little bit of progress if we can. So wherever your comfortable point is, find your natural sticking point and then pause. You might want to support the arm, stay there a few seconds longer, or if you're not comfortable with the pause, just move in, slowly move in, to your comfortable point, and then come straight back out again. The slowness is at the heart of this really, so you can feel exactly what's going on, and over time you might feel confident to have a bit of pause and come out again. Where should the elbow be? Pay no attention to my range of motion, it's relative to you. It might be that the elbow is comfortable to here, 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 whatever. It could be anywhere between top range and lower, and you might feel that you have more movement on one side than the other. This is fairly usual, we all have a dominant side, but what it does mean is you might be aware that perhaps you're getting restricted or limited movement on one side, and maybe you just want to check in with your movement snacks, extracurricular movement snacks, to look to improve that over time. So to move better, we need to keep moving. All right, there's the back of the arm stretch. So we've got the muscles stretching on the back of the arm. So the armpits connect the arms to the trunk. So we've already done a little bit of trunk movement in our petal formation. So let's get some extra stretch down the sides of the trunk, and there's a couple of ways we can do that. We could go for that first elbow raised position, and then take a reach, and then you'll start to feel the stretch down the side of the trunk, and as the arm comes down slowly, you might want to just give that some assist as well. Arms are heavy, so not to let the arm just drop down, but control it into position. There's the reach, there's the stretch, a couple of seconds there, and then there is the out position. And we're just trying to get some extra stretchability and reachability through the trunk. If your hands aren't comfortable in that upward position, just go for a squeeze and a lift, so you can still generate that stretch, that feeling of stretch, by taking the bend as if the arm's going up, or you could bring in two arms supported, have a bit of a squeeze to one side and come down. Breathing on the way up, squeeze on the other side and come down like so. Or if you're in standing and you're close to a wall, I can see one behind me here. Using the wall might also help. So go for the reach here or to the front, there. And the wall offers extra support for the arm. It can help to take the weight of the arm, so you might feel you can have an extra reach up there a little bit longer. Now this reaching up movement applies also to lying down positions when we're reaching and turning and getting comfortable in bed at night. So that's your three key stretchier positions at the top end: the trunk, the back of the arm, and the other side. Leg ones, if you'd like them, have a hip walk forward so that your buttocks are shifting and lifting forward. So we're progressing forward in the chair. So you're not right back here in the back. You're going to be restricted on your back of thigh stretch from here. Have a lift and a shift. Valuable mobility move here. And now, hey presto, our legs are longer. We can get extra extension through the legs. Little bend in the knee, this will make it more comfortable. Relax the foot, go for the lift, extra gappage, extra distance between rib and first rib, and then as if your trunk was a drawbridge, have an ease and a squeeze down. Keep the fingertips down if you want to, and the aim here is to feel the stretch in the back of the thigh. Maintain your usual breathing throughout, have a check-in with how comfortable you are, to get your hands down towards the leg and slowly out. Slowly in and slowly out, both ways. Really significant here, so no sudden movements for these big leg muscles here. So feeling your way around how your muscles feel as they lengthen, you'll feel the tension. It should be comfortable, nothing painful. And then you go, okay, I think I've got that feeling of stretch now. I'm going to slowly come out. That's what we're after. Over time, you can expect to be able to be more comfortable with extra movement here around the hip, which means reaching down to lower levels will become easier over time. There you go. Also, these muscles flexible is going to help with your knee movement, with your hip movement, stride length, walking, stairs, slopes, all those kinds of things. So keeping your muscles moving, stretching, contracting. We need all the moves. We need all the moves in the muscles. Keep the foot relaxed is the other key point about this one. So try not to flex the foot back, because that will hinder how much comfortable movement you have on this reach. Head and chest stay lifted, slowly in, slowly out. Okay, that's the back of thighs. Down to the lower legs now, down into the calves. You see my foot. I'm going to take my shoe off because I've got a white sock on, so you'll get a better view of what's happening to my foot. There we go. Okay, so back out in the long leg position, knee off the lock. I've taken my shoe off, so you've got a bit of contrast with my sock to the carpet. I'm not suggesting you take your shoes off, but if you do, you can give your toes an extra wiggle as well. And then ease and squeeze the foot back. So pull the toes, so pull, it's a squeeze, you're drawing the foot towards you. I can get some extra toe squizzles in there as well, and then release and relax. A little bit of foot pedal, same on the other side. Toes come back. Can you feel the stretch in the calf, the back of the lower leg? Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Pause it if you're comfortable to, or just slowly continue to move in and out of that stretch position. You'll also feel the shin muscles working here. So your shin muscles are the ones pulling the toes back. Works both ways. We need the shin muscles to pick the toes up as we walk, of course. So we've got a double whammy here. We've got the shin muscles working, building stamina, and we've got the calf muscles getting longer, improving flexibility. All of this directly relates to ankle movement. I'm going to put this shoe on and then just show you the standing calf stretch, as we like to do. If you're confident and happy to come up to stand, push up to stand, get your balance, take up some external support. Pick your position. Remove the balance challenge, that's when we put hands on the table, for example. There's the controlled step back, and as you lower the heel, you'll start to feel the stretch in that same place. And if you look at the angle of the ankle here, it's exactly the same angle we just created in the sit position. But now the floor's doing the work, plus I get some extra stretch here in the front of the hip. So less work coming from the shin muscles on this one, which may be a good thing, may increase benefits, or if you want to strengthen the shin muscles, go for the seated one. Generally, you probably want a bit of both. Peel that foot off, and then to the other side. If you do know a bit of external support does give that assist an extra confidence, have it to the side, nudge up to it, and take it in this range of motion. So the support is to the side, and you could just nudge up so that your hip can be there as well. So can you feel some extra stretch here, and the heel is down, and then take a step in and a pause. To do the other side, have a step around, and there it is. Or of course, use the wall. Walls are great, universal, meet every height, so it could work in this kind of position here. Using the wall here, using the wall here, extra stuff. So if you've been on your feet, and you're preparing for a cup of tea and a reader and a rest, why not just work your way through those stretchier positions before you have a sit down and a cup of tea. And as you can see there, they work in sit or in stand. Forearms, we want to give those a bit of a stretch. You've been gripping and grappling with things. Maybe a Beck's hug as well to get the upper back stretched. And any other amount of freestyling or cool wafting type actions. Right, that's it, folks. I'm off, dragged myself into the garden. Ah, thanks, Pat. Did you enjoy the petal sway? Sunflower sway, I think we'll call that this week. Chaos is with you tomorrow morning. I'm on Noonage and Falls tomorrow. There might be some slight amendments to change, depends what's happening with my timetable in my work day, but rest assured I'll be here. You need to practice before step 2.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. Good to have you. Stay cool, have a slurp, have some slurpage, and I'll see you tomorrow round about noon. It might be 12:30, it depends. But I'll let you know, keep posted. That's it. Adios, folks. See you tomorrow.